Good afternoon, Fluff. You alright? You're awake. Fluff, I am old. I need my sleep. I struggle. Starting to spit. I'm looking over at the hills, but they're not bad at the minute. But I've got the keys to the church, so we're going to go and have a look in there. You alright, Kirsty? We're going to go into the old church. Angela, how are you doing? There's my hills. The groundskeepers are here. The modern day cemetery is just there. We're going round to the old cemetery. Past the sheeples. Let's go have a look. Oh, thanks, Angela, anyway. Thanks for popping in. I managed to get the keys for the church, so I'm happy. While we're here, I'll clean up after the bats for the lady, so she's not got to come and do it. The lady just down the road, she's like the guardian of it. You alright, Tango? Fluff, you're awake! Now, the house in front, this is the farm that's here now. You can smell the silage, that's the silage pit. But that was the vicarage back in the day. And here we've got the old church. Now, the old church was originally a Roman sentry point, I believe. Awesome, how are you doing? Oh, cool, Kirsty. Rasta, how you doing? Dale, a lovely Dale. Winnie, headshot, how you doing? So yeah, the farmhouse that's there now, that was the vicarage that was built at a certain point. All right, Adrian, PA, Jamie. Look at that old shed. So we're going to go in and have a look inside. Ooh, what was that? What was that? Something big just... Oh, squirrel. There's a squirrel next to that grave just there. Jamie, how are you doing? Ruth, the queen of beads, I adore you. And again, all beaches in here. Right, let's go in. Leo, how are you doing? We might go down and have a look where the otters were. I'll just have a look around in here. Big Tony, how are you doing? This is the oldest one I've found so far. William Atkinson Glover, 1886. The coat of arms on that is beautiful. Look at that. Now, are they boat wheels? I'm not sure. Or is it stylized flower? Can't quite make him out. No, it's William. Life to live, maybe? Viva Vivas, I presume. It's like 1820. And this one, I keep saying I'm going to look it up, but I never do. We have Charles Borough. He's got a lovely family member just there. And he was a commander in the Royal Navy of Great Britain who died 13th of July, 1810, aged 67. In the battle between the British and the Dutch fleets of Camperdown, 11th of October, 1797, he was first lieutenant on board the Russell of 71 guns, which distinguished part in the glorious victory. And also his son. Jamie, I've been drinking all coffee all morning. I've been struggling to get going this morning. Here we've got the older fashioned writing in here, and this one's 1797. It's a lot more of a simplistic design, these older ones. Right, let's have a look around here. 1827. And there's some graves in the back corner that I just want to get on video again because I want to do some research. A lot of young people died. Stormy, how you doing? Jason, that died within a few years of each other. And I need to remember those dates to work out what disease was running rampant. Now, this one is the original Norman window. It was originally a Roman sentry point, and the earliest records are that this was gifted from Lanarkos Priory to become a church. The masonry-wise, so all this is basically from Hadrian's Wall. You've got pieces of masonry like this in the walls. So what that was part of, I do not know. But it's come from Hadrian's Wall. I keep having a look all the way along. Grubby, how you doing? Rob, nice to see you. Good morning. Any more pieces of stone that are more stylised like that? Now, in this archway, I wondered if it was an old doorway, but I can't find any entry inside. You have, in this top corner, you've got a chalice, but you've also, obviously, you've got the sword, so there's the handle of the sword and its sheath all the way along, but you've also got this chalice. You automatically think Knights Templar, but locally I've been told it's also could be a priest that served in battle in the Navy or Army, whichever. Dan, how are you doing? Outlaw, how are you? If I missed anyone, sorry, shout at me. Cass, how are you doing? But then, I've been took a nail off this morning, it didn't have hurt. So, I mean, hand's wrecked. Ooh, what do we have? Royal British Legion have been for the service, Remembrance Day service. We're going to probably find new poppies and things at the war graves in here. Chalice. A chalice. Anne-Marie, love you. There's a carved sword and a chalice. I've got a couple of gravestones here, but they're just too worn. That's a really old one. For what I can make out, it's that simple old writing. So you've got your sword there. Can you see the chalice? Just here. So you've got your cup with the chalice, and you've got your neck, and you've got the base of the chalice. And then you've got the sword. Gina, how are you doing? In here, there's a list of the figures and priests that were here. We'll have a look at their names as well. And I've got to get in. How am I going to do this? I have to put you down. Pardon any disturbance on the mics. Warning. I'll just put you down. Balance you on there so you've got a bit of a view. Hopefully. Without my ugly mug in it. Sorry about that. Right, so get this mic sorted, and then we'll get back inside. Christine, it's cold. It was really sunny this morning, but it started to cloud up. There, I'm back. Let's go. So this was the mortuary, this porch. So all the bodies would have been stored in here. And we've got this. Given to the parish of Brampton by Thomas Richardson, Esquire, of the Privy Seal Office, London, for the use of the altar, a large embossed silver cup and a cover and stand, same, weighing 55 ounces in the year of our Lord, 1764. Catherine, how you doing, Catherine? Now this, the lights on it, I believe is Roman from the time that it was a sentry post. And they've got Roman italics down the side. And up here, can I read it out is the question. The daughter of John Brampton died. What's that number there? Can we make it out? 1764. And it's a lovely sandstone one for a little girl that was 6 years old. No. The church stands on a 2nd century Roman fort. The date of origin of the church is not known, but a building did exist before the 12th century and is mentioned as a gift by the dedication of nearby Lanagos Priory in 1169. The main body of the current building formed the chancel of the 12th century church, and original parts of the structure are evident on the south wall. The adjoining farm was originally the vicar's house, and the peel to this was built around 1335. It is possible that tower to the church was also built at this time. The nave and tower were demolished in 1789. The material used from these to build a new parish church from the hospital chapel, Front Street, Brampton. The chancel, to which the porch was added in 1861 when other improvements were carried out, was then used as a mortuary chapel. Further renovation works were carried out in 1889. It was listed as an ancient monument in 1951. It was declared, 1836, the church and the site of the Roman fort were listed as ancient monuments, and in 1951, the church was declared a listed building. In 1978, the church was declared redundant. Linda, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. If there's anyone in that's not got a spanner, can you let me know? Have you fluff? That's interesting. It could be like in the US, you've got Newcastles and things like that in the US. This one fries my brain. It's old English. Here lies interred under this stone the body of Reverend Mr. Richard Koch, who departed this life. Again, departed. The Masons at that time around here didn't think about fitting words in, they just started writing and carried the words on the next line. I departed this life on the 11th of February, May, 49 years of age, Anno Domini 1714. After he had been Vicar of Brampton for 10 years, 10 months, and 10 days. Ooh, days. Man's life, like cupboard, be here so gay, and death's the broom that sweeps us all away into the grave where good men are at rest, with whom no doubt but Colchis, that's his name. Colchis, blessed for all his action here. Oh, my dust. And the bottom's just that little bit degraded. But that's one of the priests. Let's have a look. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you, I was just reading. So here we've got the vicars that have been here. So we've got Thomas Richard de Colcoats, instituted 1220. No, Thomas instituted 1220. Richard de Colcoats, 6. And it goes through everyone's age, well, when they were in as a vicar here. There's one. Right, so we've got Nicholas Copeland at 1611, William Nathaniel Bernard, 62, and I would love to find out what he did to have been kicked out. BC, how are you doing? Richard Colchis. Now, Colchis is the guy on, so a bit funny in here. And we've got all the way down to Charles Stoddart in 1773. The nave was taken down in 1788. This stone's a beautiful one as well. Jumagtaha, thank you for coming in. LK Drone, Liam, how you doing? This one's beautiful and it is such a heavy duty piece of stone. In memory of Richard Richardson of Brampton, he departed this life January 14th, 1856. Age 77. Now that is a monster age for those years. This is a Victorian beer. This was used, horse pullman with the coffin on the back. These sides are hinged. So the coffin would have been held in here and taken to the grave spot itself. It's still got all its originals. It seems like its own little ties still on. Hey, La, how you doing? So now this is the main body of the original church. Just a beautiful building, so peaceful. This is the original Norman window. Now I've tried to check all the stonework in here, looking for any Roman masonry, like we have on the outside, and I haven't quite seen any. Noticed this one before? I just think that's maybe how they face the stone. That one. Yeah, right, McDonald. Thanks for coming in. We've got the old font. Now these, I presume, were covers for the font. I'm not absolutely sure on those. I can't find anything about them. Now we have Margaret Phillips, and she was the wife of one of the priests, and this one's 1692. This one's strangely upside down. Here lies the body of Mrs. Anne Thompson, wife of Reverend John Thomas of Brampton, who died December 29th, 1739, and she was 52 years old. The old English catches me out. It takes me a bit to get my head back into reading it. So you've got lies. The S's are spelled correctly in here. Well, our modern S's. The older S's were more stylised F to us. So I wondered if we had a font here because we've got this little duck. And again, another little hidey hole. Very possibly, Catherine, there could have been all sorts going on here. Would it be a Roman sentry point too? And you've got a more modern cross on the altar. And just lovely simple windows. And again, another. The majority of the buildings around here were built with the stone robbed from buildings on Hadrian's Wall. But I can't find any other pieces of masonry. Now, there's been a doorway there, which interests me. And that doesn't show on the outside what was there. These walls are about 4 foot wide, I would estimate, on this oldest part. You've also got that carved into the stone next to what looks like a doorway. Oh, we've got another there, look. So, what's been behind there, I do not know. Catherine, yes, I'll show you outside. A lot of the Roman stone masonry marks. There's a piece outside, and it looks like it's been part of a star that was carved next to the cross and the chalice. There's a priest that's buried. You've got an old Victorian tile slate. There's a lot of bats in here. The old lady that looks after the place, she's the guardian. She must have been in to tidy up because this roof on this side is full of bats. So I like to come and tidy up for her. They've not done too much damage today. I've got this cross down here. I'm not sure where this one's coming from. John Graham. We've done because we have some amazing people in here. Everyone is. So we've got a list of the war graves. Private H.P. Nixon, who died aged 20, 30th of the 10th, 16th. Private Bell, Border Regiment, 16th to the 10th, 16th. Corporal Campbell, Border Regiment, aged 21, 30th of the 10th, 1918. Sergeant Patterson. Now, Sergeant Patterson was a Canadian machine gun corps. He was 34 and he died on the 13th of the 4th, 18. Driver T.J. Taylor. I'll have to have a look at his grave. What is RA? Royal Air. I'm not sure about that one. 30th, 6th, 18th. Private W. Baxter, Gordon Highlanders, age 20. 20th, 3rd, 1920. Private H.S. Riddell, East Lancashire Regiment, age 38. 27th of the 7th, 1920. In Second World War, we have A.R. Sutcliffe, Royal Air Force, 23rd of the 2nd, 1940. and Gunner E. Foley, Royal Artillery, 27, 13th to the 11th, 41. Reza, lovely to see you. So this is the mortuary, this part, back in the day. Just a beautiful, beautiful building. What do we have on here? Let's have a look. All work that's been done on site. We've got a list of graves. I believe we have. There used to be a shed on that wall. It's no longer there. Interesting. There was a book. It's not here. And again, it gives you the building work, what was done here. You can see all the damage in the roof where the bats are. We'll head outside. It really, really annoyed me. Someone stripped the front pages out of the Bible that's in here. The shorter prayer book. And those front pages had its date in as well. I've looked through this book before. Why on earth people would do that, I have no idea. Right, let's head outside. Vanessa, oh, is Vanessa in? Vanessa, how are you doing? You okay, Vanessa? Cottonwood, how are you? What is this we have here? Oh, it's coming away from the wall. It shows you how old it is. It was 40p. I'll go to the tourist office and I'll get some more books. This is a light switch. How cool is that? How you doing, Angie? Catherine, I'll just lock up and I'll show you the Roman mason on the front side of the building. If I can do all this one-handed. Rex, how you doing? Where's Rex? Why is Elle laughing? Fluff, I know, it's disgusting. I don't know how anyone could do that. You have to actually go and get the keys from the lady. So it's someone that's been to get them. Just horrible. Right, let's see if I can do this lock one-handed. Possibly not. I don't know. I've done it. I was panicking I've not got the keys then. So here's the piece of masonry. Oh, there's a couple on here. There you go. See this one? It looks like it's been part of a star from the angles of the stone itself. And this is where the doorway was. The doorway that I found on the inside. You see the cut of it? They filled it in. Vanessa is I love Vanessa. Is absolutely lovely. I adore her. So this is the extension here. I haven't actually had a really close look up at these walls for any Rob Stone. Beth, love you. Can't quite see it. It's still got its bell. And on the back wall, I haven't seen anything, I don't believe. Some of the facing on the stone is very different, and that makes me wonder if that is Roman. Like this one, for example. The facing on that is very different. It's on one of the older parts of the church. But Headshot was saying before, Headshot, I can't see any way to... There's room underneath, there's tombs underneath. See, the facings on these ones are different. But I've not found any masonry like that other Roman piece. Yeah, I can't get into it. They filled it in with the sword and the chalice. Beth, I'm banging. It took us away to get... Well, why does that say erected? Why does that say erected? In the memory of Thomas Bell of Bush. Oh, the Bush Inn. Who died 1810. It was 22 and he died in 1810. Boo. I think actually best start off with a bad day. What did I do first? I've done a couple... Oh, I went to school in my slippers. I'd have my jacket in the dryer. On the way to the school, I found a pair of socks attached to the Velcro on the collar. And it went on from there. George Carruthers, 1941. This one, ooh, 1896. Thought that's 13 for a start. Do you know what? I have never noticed this little one down here. Let's have a look. Why was this one put in away from everything else? And does it have any markings? This one is blank, I think. Oh, no, it's not. Jane Burns died in infancy. Bless her. There's a gravestone in another local cemetery. Aldi, how you doing? It absolutely creeped me out. It's away. It would be like away from, like that tree there, away from everything else. And the inscription says, "She is not dead but sleepeth." It's like, why is she been put over there? Very odd. I've actually been down to this bit. Yeah, Catherine, I'm wondering if that was a model, an advertising model. Now, this one, this is very, very, very unusual. I can't see a thing on it. Why? Never really been down this end. There you go, you get a better look at the vicarage. Chef Ped, how are you doing, Chef? chef does the most amazing sushi. He has me intrigued with all his sushi that he makes. It looks absolutely lush. Zaxon, how you doing? Let's have a look at you. Catherine, 1906. Esther doesn't know about lead. There's not very many in here that use lead, and I tend to be the newer ones. There's some hidden in trees over there, so I'll see if I can get to see them. So we've got Elizabeth, September the 25th, 1874. William, 1891. And what does this say here? William Carruthers, who died at Brampton, October 19th, 1891, aged 9 years and 11 months. And it says something about safe in the arms. Also Sarah, daughter of the above, 1894, age 62. Five and a half months. Some are just consumed by trees. Have a look at Chef's Sushi. Have a look at his videos. They look amazing. In memory of Robert Little of Brampton, who died August 1869, age 62. His daughter, 1884. Got a whole family in here. Now this one's huge. I'm interested to see if this tree wasn't collapsed the last time I was here. Let's have a look at this one. I haven't really seen this one before. Gordon Barnfather. That's not a local name. Who died November 22nd, 1869, age 54. Also, Patricia. It's actually Patricia. Petrutia. Gordon, who died 1870, age 78. James Cohen Bell, son of the above, named Agnes, who died 1881, age 47. Thomas, grandson of the above Agnes, and son of Joseph and Sarah Bell of Brampton, who died 1861. So got Agnes, daughter of Patricia Gordon. Interesting. How are you doing, Nicole? Now, this church is built on a really steep bank. And that's why there's such problems with bank collapses and graves getting exposed and having to be reinterred. I mean, it is such a drop down. That's where my otters are down there. And Fluff's still awake. Woohoo! Elizabeth Leighton Bell, who died at Newcastle, 1890. Wonder why she was brought through here. She's got a beautiful headstone. Really nice headstone. So this one is 18. No, it's not. No, it says stuff. It's at 18. I can't make that out. It's just degraded. Some of the sandstone, it just wears away. And others, it's brilliant. So this is a newer one, 1962. A nice marble. Further up, we've got that really unusual headstone that I've never seen before. It's actually been fired. Absolutely gorgeous. This is not something I've seen. Joseph Pete, 1880 something, 1957. Dickon, how you doing? Cottonwood, it looks absolutely freezing out on your life yesterday. If you're not subbed up to Cottonwood, drop her a sub. William Armstrong. And look at the masonry on this one. It's lasted so well compared to some of the others. I've never been down here. And I've got a vine with grapes on this one. 1892. That's going to be a really old one, but it's just buried in moss. I'm in a field of nettles. I'm trying to show you that the sunlight won't let me. I'll have a look at this one. This one's a really unusual shape. Really unusual. Look at that carving. It's gorgeous. In the memory of Susanna Hall of Brampton, 1874. The masonry on this one is just beautiful. It's unusual. You've got those pillars set up in the sides. Whoops-a-daisy. 1906. Now we've got another really old one. It's actually got right near the top as well. There is a couple like that in here. It does tend to be these older ones. That is a big branch that's come down very recently. Nice little cross. In the top corner, we've got the fire and brimstone seating that tells you to sit down and pray before it's your turn to come into this graveyard. This one, 1870. We'll go to fire and brimstone, and then we'll go and have a quick look down where the badgers are. Badgers, the otters. Last time I went down, we had a deer in there. So you never know, but look. Keep it all crossed. Got a harp and ivy leaves. And 1894. The bud files, they go around a lot of the high plains and those cemeteries, and the difference in the headstones here to there is quite stark. This is a more modern one from 1914. Oh, 1951 as well. It's a family plot. Right, fire and brimstone, here we come. family plot here too. Can't make it out. I think along here we do have, just reading that gravestone before I go near it, it's got flowers, missing flowers planted. 51. We have quite a few, shrooms. Looks like brown bubble wrap. Jose, how you doing? In the memory of Livingston, who died 1939, age 78. This one's huge. It's a shame this one's collapsed. And this cross. Here we go. We have a soldier that's not going to walk the regular war grave. He's only paid for this. Flying Officer John Clifford North Lewis, 1943. Lest we forget. Thank you for your service. Pretty much the same headstone. Here we go. Fire and brimstone time. Before you rest for a may never ever hear, sit and think and pray. 1926. Yeah, that's a soldier's grave. If there's any maker's mark or dedication, no. You got the metalwork used to clamp the stone together. I mean, this is like a cliff edge. Very big drop. Oh, owls I think in there. We'll have a look through the woods, see if anything else has collapsed down. Go and see if we can see the otters. You never know. DJ, how are you doing? Yes, DJ, World War Two. The soldiers from World War One and naval officers from the 1800s here as well. William Symington, 1959, 91. This side's making me a bit nervous because I found cracks along the bank. So it makes me worried that this side's going to go. Can you hear that? They stopped singing on purpose. My long-tailed tits are here. My favourite bird, and I seem to hear them everywhere I go. Yeah, the old church row. 1949. A lot of the ones that branch down. These big pines, they're bad for that. When we come up from the otters, we're going to go to that top corner. I'm interested in the dates. There's a lot of young adults dying up there. All within a year. That's a family. I think they lost 4 young adult children with a space of about 2 years. T-Rep, how are you doing? I don't know what kind of shrooms they are, T-Rep. I haven't got a clue. Right, this is probably going to be dicey. This bank. All this side just fell a couple of years ago. Well, my favourite bird acorn is called long-tailed tit. They're like a cotton wool ball and they're all just flying through there into there. They're like a little pink cotton wool ball, and they have a really long black tail. And the travelling family groups, loads of them. I've counted about 10 so far. And it was gorgeous. Valentina, how you doing? Oh, Beth, thank you very much. Love you. There's a few. Steel Wall Green, how are you doing? I'm good. This bank's issue. There's a tree down here, and it's amazing how in the bank collapse, the bank's just dropped and the tree's landed the right side way up. The Tree of Eyes. Sheena, if you're there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we've got boogly eyes. We've got boogly eyes, and that branch is a nose. This one's covered in eyes. Look at that one. Ooh. Eyes all over it. Once you start looking at eyes, you'll find them. How are you doing, Silver Cream? That tree was up here. The bank collapsed. It's just slipped down, look, and landed perfectly. Look. And that one, it has fell through those trees. That's amazing that it's... was that not stood up? You can see where the land's collapsed. You can see the edge around there. It was here. And it's just slid, and the tree's still growing fine. I've got a lot of digger tracks down here. So you never know as we get down if I don't fall. Isn't it? How rotten that is. God, this path is terrible. It's covered in leaves so you can't see. My trips are... Oh! Another eye. See? Eyes all around me. Ooh, I totally went over them. Trying to be careful. Oh, God, my God. What was that I just did? The very big squig. It was like a roll along my foot. I nearly went. Now the leaves are covering it. We've got a deer trail. Goes through there and up through there. I've followed it before, but I'm not brave enough to go the whole way. It's just too dangerous. Matthew, lovely to see you. Thanks for coming in. Oh, that was a bit iffy. I nearly went again on that bit. Easy tiger. That's what I say. The water's still high. We should be able to see any otter tracks on the bank. We've not had rain for the last 24 hours. And we've got kingfishers down here as well. Hopefully, they might be around. Come on down. And we only had a couple of slips. There we go. Another eye. See, everywhere. And a smaller one above it. Let's get down. Over this side, where our tree is, we've got otters. We've got an otter. Been in there. Let's see if they've been along the bank. CD for RB. Don't know who CD is. Yes, we've got the otters. Get in. And you can also see the black sand. So we've got an adult over there. We've got smaller tracks coming this way. There's another idol that looks like a back foot. And that one, a front foot claws. So one's gone that way, and we've got one going this way. Those little prints. Nice. Oh, just like glass, look. Yeah, it's cold here. I would love to paint here, you know. I'll show you from the other end why. It's beautiful all the way down. Just have a look along here, see through along this part of the bank. Yeah, we've got footprints through here. And a lot more down on that water side down there. A lot of black sand being washed up. Exactly where I am, most winters it gets down to minus 11 Celsius-ish. We have had colder, but the last few winters that's been the temp. I've been up on this bank. There's a slide, there's a slip down that they use along here. Down here, look. We've got an otter den in the bottom of there. It's nice finding them. I don't think I'm going to be able to get down to have a look at those rocks on that side, unfortunately. I wanted to go and have a snoop. Oh, that's a bit bright. I'm blinding me. It must be blinding you as well. You'd only catch the fish rising in this pot. I'll take you out as long as there's no cows in that field. Kevin, do you know what? That's like badgers. Badgers have toilet areas. A badger set is shaped like an O, flat on its side. Press it, it's the shape of a badger. And you'll find mounds where they've dug or remodelled. It'll be full of dry grass. They take the grass in for their bedding. But below the set, you have a toilet area. Clean animals. I love this meadow, but I hate the fact the farmer's got cows that can get in here to me. Oh, wow, BC. My idea of heaven. Do you know what I would love to do? It's on my bucket list. A winter up in Alaska to do that. Absolutely love it. Cloud9, nice to see you. Queen, how you doing? I'm just looking for cows. Let's get a look around. There's beavers up in Scotland. We introduced them, Ralph. And they're causing a lot of damage where my brother was. They're allowed to control the beavers if they're causing too much damage, but you're not allowed to pick up any carcass. It's got to be left where it drops. Let's have a look. I don't think I'll be able to get down today. I don't think I've got much space. Got a quack quack. It's just so pretty down here. I love it. Has more of this bank gone? I believe it. No. I've not got really much of a bank, unfortunately, to get down there. However much I want to. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, no, they've reintroduced them. Reintroduced them a while ago, Ralph. It's pairs up in Scotland, and we've just had a heron lift up there in the background. Fishes come here. Now that bank is the floodplain for this river. Miss Kayak, how are you? No way, no way, Catherine. That's a bit iffy. I want to go down. I want to get a wet backside. I'm holding onto this fence, but because the bank's collapsed, there's not fish rising just there. If you hold onto the fence, you're not likely to have much purchase. Ooh, that's Shazza with a lucky backside. Just love it. Look at that. Jamie, behave. Miss Kayak and Mr. Kayak have got amazing channels. Absolutely stunning locations. I want to have a look down here for this bedrock and whatever else we've got in here, stone-wise. But I've already seen pretty interesting things. God, what do we fall back on? Oh, crap. I nearly fell in backwards. You and your double won't get into trouble. Miss Kayak, you're a poet and you didn't know it. Nice creases of quartz always come out of this bank. But I wanted to have a look for fossils. And I also want that piece of quartz. But this bank's a little bit iffy. Oh, sod it, let's go. Do I want to do it? Yes, I do. I want to get that piece of quartz first. If I can get it out. A nice piece of quartz on this bank. Very nice piece of quartz. Some pink quartz through it. Very nice piece of quartz. Right, let me get down here gently. Crap. I am going to end up in the water. I can see it, and it's deep from this side. So, in the old riverbed. See how red? In my pocket. Yeah. I've got a feeling I'm going to go plop. Ooh, veins of quartz through that. That's pretty. Some nice pieces of quartz. Ooh, a bed. your cobbles are really far down. Little pieces of quartz like that. Cute. There's a lot. Oh, heck. It's getting so wet. I thought that was some pottery then, but it's not. It's a piece of quartz. It's just a fine piece of quartz. Moving slowly. What are you saying, PA? Oh, it's busy. Catherine, I would be in the water. It's me. I have a habit. If there's something stupid I can do, it's me that does it. I've managed to upturn it in some shape or form. All the sediment through here. I don't think it's gonna. I do like that. Son, behave. I can't get onto that bit, unfortunately. That's where I wanted to go. Pretty. I'm gonna go home with a pocket full of rocks again. I've got some lovely fossils that I found. I'll have to do a video on those. I've managed to chisel out some actual leaves. Managed to isolate the leaves out of it. Miss Kayak, thank you so much for spending the time and coming in. Lovely to see you. Do you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go over, sod it. Am I? We'll see. I have to get up here first. That would help. Hang on, it's Beth and she'll kill me. No, it wasn't, but I think I got some fossil-bearing stones down there, Catherine. Down a river close by. I got some lovely, lovely, lovely fossils about 4 miles that way, upstream. Thanks, Ayla. Miss Kayak and Mr. Kayak have beautiful channels. Mighty. See, this has collapsed recently. My heart is saying do it, but my head is saying Beth, that was in chat before, they'll murder me. I'll be doing the school run, absolutely soaking wet. I could sit down and get down, mate. I've only just washed this jacket. I sat on the back and jumping down. God, this was a bad idea. A very bad idea. Ooh, wreck. Oh, this is just being exposed. Christ. On a bike. That was close. And I'm over. Barely. Eek, that was iffy. The only issue is I've got to get back up. Ooh, look at that. And I'm also going to be weighed down by huge pieces of rock in my pockets. Now that is a nice piece. Look at that. Finding lovely pieces of pink quartz. Yeah, I think I could do with something like that for decor. chances are I'm going to get highly wet. I've got some really interesting fossils, Catherine. They have red through them. Now I'm told that thought is that the red crystals are the roots of the plants that were quartz when the quartz solidified. I need more than a backpack. I need a winch to get me back up that bank. Been a bit silly coming down here. I say a bit, very silly. Four under the bed. That was close. I need to bend my finger back. Ouchie. That hurt. I've just bent my finger right back on the joint. That really hurt. Ouchie. It's not meant to bend that way. I've done that joint. That one. I found the last time I was here some fossilised wood. Can you see the layers of sediment through that one? Could do with Jeffrey and T-Rex and T-Rex even. Isn't that unusual? What'll be further down? Alright, cool. Hopefully I'll have a lot of fossil. Here's some more wood. That's fossilised wood. The last one I got from here, it's very light. And as it's dried, you'll be able to see the wood fibres through that. I do like the wood. I seem to get a lot here. Nice piece there. This area is mainly sandstone. My finger joint's really hurting. That wasn't one of my best movements, was it? Here we go, the case in point. That red crystal, is meant to be the root. That's a couple of pieces that I found. Oops. That's a couple of pieces I found here. Look at that. That's mint. Ooh, fossils. Now they're pretty. I need to do some research on those ones. The fossils I've got are thin leaves. You'd think they were shells. You've actually got the ribbon in them. There's some more petrified wood. Some more wood. Nice chunk of quartz. These bank collapses are just so handy because you get all essentially archaeology coming out. It's that one. The fossil stones that I've got have got like sea anemone in here. Those lumpy ones are just full. My rock collection's getting noticed at home. How you doing, Akash? I've got a few pieces of petrified wood in my pocket. I'm quite impressed with myself today. As you can tell, that's a really light blue. Really light blue. Unusual. Look at that. T-Rex, you in? The Bud Files. How you doing? I'm really stupid. Ridiculously stupid. Cuba, how are you? Nice to see you. Ooh, you're unusual. Can you see the crystals? Crystals there, look through that. Quartz has holes in it because the metal in it's rotted away. You find a lot of metal in quartz and it rots. Oh, my pockets are getting heavy. I should really turn around and walk along the bank. I've not actually been this far on this side. Can you see those layers through the bank? Very smooth one. So something up. I'm not really thinking this through, you know, because I've got that bank to climb back up. It's going to be miserable at best. Or is it? I'm going to go back up. Right, don't laugh at me if I fall on. I'm going to fall. Let's see. Ooh. Heck. I don't know if you can see the crystal shining through that. Yeah. Got a lot of smaller stone through this bank. I'm dreading this. I'm absolutely dreading it. Because it's kind of steep. Back. I'm going. Right. Ooh. Another nice clump of quartz with iron all the way through it. Out of the sun, look. So that's line of iron all the way through. I'll get a chisel at that. Sheena, there's some absolutely beautiful stone here. Look at that. That is really pretty. See the deposit line. Watch me end up sending Sheena a bag of stones. Layers through so many. If you come for a ride up this bank, I'm dreading it. Ooh. God damn it. That lovely piece of quartz, but I don't want to pull it out of that bank in case the bank comes down on my head. Shining. They look like gold, but they're not. Can't be. Have a look at it. Focus. Light. They're showing gold. It's very much like gold. I don't know what kind of crystal that is though. But it's quite yellow and shiny. So look. You never know. God, here we are. We're back at my potential wet spot. Hello, Michigan. How you doing? You've come at an interesting time, though, Michigan. I might be about to get very wet. Now, this purple stone, I have got no idea what they are. It can be really, really brittle and ridiculously soft. But it's purple. God's sake, I'm just wasting light. Come on, Shazzy, you can do it. God damn it. Crap. How did I even get down here there? Oh, we had a fish just jump there. Did you see it? Well, Michigan, I've got my pockets full of rocks. Some really interesting ones, actually. Some nice quartz and potential fossil loads. Oh my god. How did I get down here? Right. I can't get back up there. Who said what said? Nice one. Headshot. Yeah, yeah. That's possibly what my collection of interest. Well, I think they're interesting. Right. I've got a hole, which could have gone very wrong. Stunning. I love it. I'm trying to stop looking at shiny things, and I'm not doing very well. How the hell did I get down here? Oh, I've got to go up there. That's one. Now I've got to hold my pockets full of rocks up on top. Right, I'm not going to get my leg up there. My legs don't go that high. I have to get my knee on her. We go to school with muddy knees, and the teacher's like, ooh, and I'm up. I'm way down, but I'm up. Oh, there's someone else here, look. Oopsie. There, I'm out. I was just talking to myself, Ralph, about getting out. Yeah, 'cause I'm away from the water. I was just talking to myself and geeing myself up to climb that bank. Right, we're going to go to those graves that I want to have a look at and check the date again. It's not children, it's young adults, like early 20s, late teens, and they've all died within the same kind of 2 years. But I can't remember those 2 years because I've got memory like a sieve. So I want to check for diseases at that time. Oh, hang on. Do you know what? It's hard climbing over these when you've got pockets full of stones. Oh, my leg's stuck. Yeah, most likely he did look a bit scared. Stood on a bank, pockets down to my knees, talking to myself. People are going to think I'm mental. So you've mainly got rainbow trout in here, but you do have your ground trout, you might have the old rainbow. But it's actually got a nice deep channel through it. There's a fair amount of water moves through here. And in flood, it is wild. The flood water actually comes up here when I am about 8 foot above the water. How beautiful is that? Got a little sleepy old village up those hills. Getting a bit of sweat on. I think it was, the car was reading 4 degrees when I came out. Right, let's see if I can get up this path. It's the thing when you're carrying something, if you've got backpacks, I'm really bad with this changing my gravity. And I'm not used to it. And I've gone to go backwards up on the walls before. Oh, my back. Ruth, the Queen of Beads. Ruth, love you, thank you for being here, chick. What bridge? Next to your that back that you videoed as well. Seen your last man, says Kirsty. What for? Sorry I wasn't reading chat then, I was trying not to fall. Because that water's deep. This is hurting my back. Actually. Secret. No, bang on, you look after your mum. Secret, you should see some. I've got a couple of pieces of petrified wood. I've got some very nice quartz and another one I want you to have a look at. I've also found auto tracks down there. Alright, Kirsty. Right, I'll just show you. 1 pocket full, 2 pocketfuls. Oof. Zaxon, the lovely Zaxon. Right, let's go find these headstones. That's killed my legs. What a few kilo of stones in your pockets will do. Right. Should be able to just stand over that though. Better not. It'll hurt if I get it wrong. And to the top corner. Haha. SB, I was just doing something really stupid down there. It's amazing I didn't end in the river. Climbing gravel banks. Steep ones like that. Oh my god, I'm knackered. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. I've got a wall here. And step up. Go up the step. A lot of the older growth in this end were moved after the collapse. Whew. Here's one. So, Joseph Hope, barley stack. Actually, the pub, it actually shut down a few years ago. Died in 1922. Age 72. His wife Sarah, 17th of March 1964. Ethel, 15th December 63. And Ethel Jane, their daughter, 1880, 1990. 1863 and 4 is the years, I believe, down here, but we'll have to double check on it. Not you. Sun's shining in a bad way. I will find it. Look at that one, it's huge. So in here. Lost Fair, how you doing? We're looking for a family plot, Leicester. All the adult children died within 2 or 3 years of each other. That's a newer one. I'm trying to keep you out with the sun. Now these ones aren't listed inside. But we had who died in active service, George in India, 1915, and Thomas in Woolwich in 1918. I wonder why they haven't been looked after. Because the British Legion looks after all the other soldiers in here. I'm not going to be able to find that family because I'm looking for them, you know that. Not you. 1922. 1928, 1918, 1918, 1960. How you doing, the blood files? It's early for you, isn't it? This one. We've got another soldier. Corporal G. Armstrong. And he was in Lonsdale Battalion, Border Regiment. Was killed in action in France in 1916, July the 1st. I might have a word with someone because we've got a few soldiers in here that aren't being recognised. And usually they all are recognised. This one's at a dodgy angle now. (1942), Margaret. 1885, 1885, 1886, 87, that's parents. What was that? It's more health, thank God for that. Ralph, you're going to lose your channel, by the way. You can't be putting on screen what you're putting on screen. Someone will report you and you'll lose your channel. And this angel's just beautiful. It's huge. Look at that. The sun isn't helping. It's huge. That angel must stand about 5 foot tall if it was on the ground. It's beautiful. You know what people are like on YouTube though? Oh my God. God bless. Children 1787. 78. And this is a lot older section. This one. And a lot more money within the families as well. Got marble. Beautiful. So look at the stonework on that one. It's 1888. 80 years old. I have Anne, wife of Isaac Farish of Greenfield, who died 30th of April 1871, aged 52. And he died in 1886. So the priests, the vicars, all got these. Kirby Moore, that is just down from the road from here. 1878, 77 even. Reading two together. And this one is a monster. Look at the base of this one. Totally different to the rest. Percy Thomas. It's 1948. July 21st, 1948, 85 years old. And you've got family members all the way around. You see those pinholes? That's where the lead letters were pinned in around it. So you See that P? They're the actual pins that have come away from the letter. That one's a monster. But this one, this is unusual. It's a pile of rocks. And it did have that cross on top. And the cross is all carved. And from memory, it's a child's grave, 1876. But look at this cross. Look at that. You've got a dove at the top, facing down. Beautiful masonry work on there. And again, family, 1800s to early 1900s. My favourite, we got another vicar in there. Yeah, true. That's why you can choose your channels to be over 18. It's just our laws are different to yours. Over there's acting, that's the only issue. Just looking out for. You've got another priest grave just there. An older version. It's actually a stone one. That's unusual. This is another example of a war effort. All these rails cut away. You've got the munitions factories. Look at the carving on the back of this. Beautiful. And it has some really thick ironwork on here. It's about 2 inches square. These tables, sadly, you can't read them. That one, again, the rails taken down. This style, it reminds me of The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe in Aslan when he was executed. Another old table. 1810 I have on here. Some of the older ones also out on both sides. Here lies the body of Richard Bell. Can't quite make out much more. I have skull and crossbones on the back. This one, remembereth. I've got a skull and crossbones. Skull and crossbones meant very different to what it does now. A lot have got sand timers on the back. This one is 1804 and 1785. 1798. The memory of James, maybe not, Anne, the wife of William Brampton, who died 1783, aged 67. And he died November 22nd, 1798. And another 1804. Oh, we have sheeples. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, the music, they'll probably hit you quicker on. So going to hit you. Afflictions. Saw this. Can't make you out. God's. It's all written in Old English. It's that. Says afflictions. I'm sure it says afflictions. Saw. Can't make it out. Till God above, inner, something love. Can't make it out. And we'll have the last serviceman down here. Another really old one. It's a simplistic writing. John Ward, 1781. I believe that says. Hello, sheeples. Oh, we've got a sheeple in here. How did you get in? Where's our last? This one has a heart. And it has a time timer on the back of it. We've got an M and we've got a W, and that's the actual back. There's a headstone. Mary, wife. Yeah, Winnie, I don't know how to say names. I don't, I can't read, and I feel so ignorant when you have to read them. She pulled you going the wrong way. How have you got out? It's got out under the fence over there. I'll go to the last service then. Andrew Robert Sutcliffe, Royal Air Force, 23rd of February 1940, age 26. Dearly loved second son of Walter and Muriel Sutcliffe. Lest we forget. Silver! How you doing, Silver? Just so nice in here, so. Just been at the old church, Silver, in memory of and the wife of Richard, 1790. So that is the old church. I wish I could read that too. Looking home enough there is to be done. And this one's 1775, so this is quite an old one. We've had a lovely big pillar on this side at some point. We're using that space in that corner as a sand bin now when it's slippy. Now this must be one of the first roundabouts in the country. I'm going to make sure this gate is shut because of that. I've got someone walking behind us that thinks I'm mental. Hadrian's Wallways, there's all sorts of castles. I'll have to take you down. There is someone hitting the roundabout. A couple of sites of forts and the living quarters, the washing areas. It's all still there. The archaeology is brilliant there. So I'll have to take you there. There's housesteads. Vindolanda, the archaeologists have been digging there for years. But housesteads and the artefacts they've got there are sublime. I love it. I was in the shower block. You can walk through the shower block. You see the drainage. You can see the steps, the sides there. Brilliant. And there's the hills. And phone's wonky because I have got an absolute pocket full of stones. Dale, I was asking Silver if he can get you some videos of snow. Out of all of us here, he's the most likely of the UK people to get one first. So, people, that is pretty much me. Gonna have to get off and get on the school run. You've been to Housesteads, Ralph? It's brilliant. Love it. The artefacts they've got there, it is just chocker. The little museum part that they've got there. So I might do some videos of the crystals and things that I found. Look at the size of that. And the stone. ironwork through it. I've had some really interesting ones this week today. See the crystal matrix through that. That'll clean up really nice. I've got a couple more I'm going to show you as well out of interest. Catherine, my pockets are full of keepers. Oopsie. Full of them. Absolutely full. And lots of big chunks of quartz like that. Oh, sheep's coffin. That's got some pretty pink quartz in. Look at those. That one is impressive. Look at that. Not sure what they've been in there. Let's see better out of the light. Look. Yeah, so that I need to do that, you know. I'd love to. But then the rock collection would increase rapidly, I think. Way too quickly. But thank you very much for joining me today. I'll get me and my little rock collection home and on the schoolroom. It's about time I need to go and drop these keys off back with the lady, so. Yeah, nice one, Neil. Thanks for coming in. I'll see you all. Are they? I haven't looked at them, you know, Winnie. I'll have to have a look. But I'll catch you all tomorrow. I might put some pictures up of what I found today. I'll give them a clean up and show you why I've picked them up. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks very much. Bye.